What's going on, everybody? It is Jay Wilson. It is Wednesday. I can't believe it is Wednesday already. It's kind of weird that it's already Wednesday. And it's past 8 o'clock, so I apologize. There is a reason, however. I was picking up some fish from my man Josh Cunningham. So some of the cool stuff that I'm able to do now, because, well, I have this space to do this cool stuff, is I'm able to keep fish that I normally wouldn't keep because, one, I may not have the space, or I may not be privy to them, or it may not just be something that's on top of my list or that makes the list for the amount of tanks that I have. Does that make sense? Jamie McDonald, Adam Pooley, all the way from Australia, man. Haven't seen you in a while. KG Cichlids, Ali, George Irwin, Jonathan Ramirez, Matt Benson, V-Blogs, Dipsy Doo Dunkaroo, Michael Smith, Paul Martin. So, Sean Land, what's up? Check this out. When you wear the crown, you get the crystals. Ha ha! So, Coke didn't come through in the clutch today. But Ben Dunn, however, I'm probably going to get criticized for the amount that I pour in here. You didn't pour enough. You pour too much. It's not going to taste right. Oh my God. I don't drink it like that. I drink it like a man. I drink it like a little lady from southern New Jersey. It doesn't matter. Ben Dunn came through with a Crystal Pepsi because he knows that I dig on it. And I came through the door. I had to pick up fish from the airport, which I'm going to get to in a second, because shout out to Southwest and shout out to Cunningham Cichlids, and then we'll get into the update. And then the meat and potatoes of this bad boy is going to be something crazy. It's going to be an announcement that I never thought I would ever make. No, for some of you, I'm not ending YouTube. I know that would make you happy, but so definitely shout out to Ben Dunn for the Crystal Pepsi. So I ordered some fish from Cunningham Cichlids, and the neat part was he's had them for a while for me, and then he said, hey man, I want to help you out. I've got some extra fish for you. Do you have the space? And I said, why, I do, sir. And the neat part is we have quite a bit of space at Universal Rocks to do some amazing things with tanks. So when I ordered the DeMasoni, yes, that's right, in Mbuna, he's been holding on to them for a while. I got 33 of them. And this is how the process went. Matt Pike, Fallon Paca. I appreciate it, Fallon. Thank you very much. I interrupted my family's TV show to put you on. Hello, family. And the announcement, Harry Wright, you're either going to have to wait, because this video is not going to be long. We're going to run this for about 30 total minutes. So I'm going to smash it in right dab smack in the middle. So Cunningham is super high level communication. The dude tells me when they're packed, and not everybody can do this, but it was what Cunningham did beyond it that made it a kick butt experience, and Southwest on top of it. Although they made some weird negotiations of moving fish to different flights, still got here, still cost me very little in terms of what I got, and was a very easy process. Chad Mowry, holy crap, Crown and Crystal Pepsi is delicious. Feels like the 90s. So Josh told me, hey look, they boarded, they're on this flight, they should be here by this time. Cool. I'm going to check the air bill anyways, because that's what I do. I want to know exactly where my fish are going to be. But no, I get a text. Hey, they didn't leave Detroit in time, although I made the flight. Southwest couldn't get them on that specific flight, so they put them on another flight. I believe that was, oddly enough, was going to like St. Louis. And if I remember correctly. And these were all texts. I'm sure he emails, but he was texting me and telling me where the fish were. The fish changed times 4 different times. But I wasn't upset at all because, one, I had already planned for the latest possible time that I was given, and I had already planned for the earliest time, so I was okay. I knew fish were coming in today. I knew I was going to have to make adjustments to my schedule, and that's what I did. However, the level of customer service, because customer service happens when you buy the product, not before you buy the product. That's not customer service. That's communication. That's potential sale. Customer service is a customer, and a customer is somebody who purchases a product from an establishment. So you can't be like, you know, I called Cunningham and that jerk never told me no prices on my Demasonite. He never gave me some stuff with them in Boombana, and he never told me one thing like Jay Wilson is telling me right now. That is poor customer service. I'm sorry, but you didn't get customer service because you weren't a customer. You're a potential customer. There is a difference, and us as the consumers have to understand that. And so Cunningham, after I paid for these fish, went to a level that I had never seen before. I'm serious. The fish arrive, I roll into Southwest. Dallas Love is Southwest Hub. 2 boxes. I also got yellowtail ACI. Not the greatest fish, but he gave them to me because I had the space and he wanted to see if I can do something with them, which I will tell you more in a moment. So, and it was $48 for 2 large boxes. That bests anything I've ever done. 2 boxes, 33 Demasonite, and I believe 14 or 15 Pseudotropheus. What are they? I don't even know the scientific name for these. I just know they're Mbuna and they're yellowtail ACIs. It's freaking amazing. And then Josh goes, how are the fish? Yeah, they arrived great, man. Good, I'm glad, because although I packed them for a couple days, there was a lot of stress of moving them around with Southwest. That's just freaking amazing. You know, to me, that's better than just about... I mean, you don't get much better service. It's like at Northfin USA, I try to get your packages to you faster than Amazon. You don't need a membership. I don't need to be fancy like Amazon and... I'm gonna buy your local gas station so you can pick up Northfin USA in their gas station. I don't have that money. I don't have plans to ever have that amount of money, and I'm not strategically set up to do that. I'm strategically set up to provide with the help of my wife, who basically is the head person of Northfin USA right now, to provide a level of service and customer service that far exceeds what you expect from anybody. You can't call Amazon and ask them. You don't get a handwritten note from Amazon. These are the things that we're able to do as a fish keeping community. Like, I got a sweet coupon for Dr. Foster's and Smith. It was pretty sweet. They were running a kick butt sale. But I hate Petco. They're the same company. There's nothing wrong with shopping at those places. But you can't believe in your mind that a Josh Cunningham is going to have all of the same return requirements, DOA policies, receipt returns as, let's say, a PetSmart when you get fish. You're getting something completely different. You're getting a personal touch. You're getting somebody who fought for the country. You're getting somebody who is more involved in the community than I've ever seen from somebody that rarely ever talks about how involved in the community they are. Who has a fish room that's pretty large, maybe massive, who loves Tanganyikans, who is dedicated. This is the dude. This public service announcement was brought to you in part by Crystal Pepsi, bringing back the 90s and lighting your taste buds like it's dancing on the ceiling. He didn't ask me to do that. I paid for the stuff. But not only is he a friend, but folks, get after it. Check out Cunningham Cichlids. When is the Chicago Aquatic Experience? It's in November. Hey Jay, we are hurricane ready down here in Florida. Jamie Reed. I also want to say, folks in Florida, prepare yourself. Don't be caught off guard. Ben Cheek, I will see you at the Chicago Experience. It's going to be pretty epic. Errors, email, and Northfin USA waiting on the... You didn't get no errors. I told you we're still waiting on OG t-shirts because I don't know if I'm going to be bringing in t-shirts right now, sir. What's going on? Adam C., Corey Hecker, Lionel Richie. I'm going to be gone a while. Are you working for Universal Rocks right now? Yes. So let me kind of catch you up on an update. I think it'll be pretty cool, and then the update will lead me into the major announcement. let me give you a little bit of juices to get the blood flowing. The announcement to me is something that I've talked about for a very long time, especially with Mindy. And she said, "Oh my goodness, no. Yes, it would be good. Yes, you're resourceful. Yes, but I don't think it's." She didn't say it rudely. She is very good. She said, "It's not in our cards right now. Don't force the hand." Dang, Mindy. Woo! My goodness. Call the police and the fireman too hot. I mean, she's crazy good. And so I disregarded it a little bit, talked to my father-in-law, who I hate using father-in-law, but he's my dad. He's Mindy's dad. He's an amazing person. We talked about it. We always have some good stuff we can... And he had some great ideas, and it still wasn't in the cards. Did you guys meet your $1,000 donation? Ali, we have not. You still have time. It ends midnight, and then we'll rock and roll. What's going on, Mark from Ontario, Canada? Dion, what's up, my brother? Corey Heckus, chasing. So it has always been something that I had thought about for a very long time. I always wanted to do something on a different scale. I wanted to create something that is really neat in a sense. And I think I'm able to do that with the announcement and with the help of somebody else. So, you always disregard me. I don't always disregard Mindy. So, first off, we're eventually moving to Texas. It's very hard. It's very stressful. It is... I don't want people to think, everybody sees what they see online. They're like, "Oh, Jay, he's so positive, and he's so happy and motivational, and he's Northern USA, and he's good, and he answers my questions." I'm human. I keep fish just like you. I learned a long time ago that if I'm going to be successful in my own mind, not what the public thinks of me, I must give back. I must have hope. I must be generous. I must be compassionate. I must be empathetic, but never sympathetic to anyone. And that's what I do. But I'm human, just like everybody else. I have emotions. I'm stressed. I miss my family. I've been through shit most of my life. Oh my goodness, he swore. And I'm finally in a place, although I am a little stressful, there's that I'm starting to realize that everything I worked for is right here. Everything. My family, trying to become a better husband, trying to become a better father to my son, and it's only been 7 months, trying to become a better fish keeper, trying to become a better humanitarian, a person that can give back. But you struggle. To lead you to where I'm at, let me preface. I grew up in a drug and alcohol addicted family. Yeah. Mom and dad in and out of rehab. I went to schools that probably shouldn't have been at. I survived. I learned a lot. I never took anything for granted. I would stay at friends' houses, and friends would have pity on me because my electricity may have been shut off, or my mom was, doing some things that probably weren't the best things mom should be doing. I was taking care of my sister sometimes, but still trying to be a kid. I moved in with my dad. My mom bottoms out. My dad bottoms out. It was just this mess. So then I was let down. It was like letdown after letdown. I get into high school, and I think I'm getting this upward climb. I get in, I played baseball, wasn't very good anymore. I did not paint the inside of that canopy lid. I meet this guy named Alan Strauss. He was a psychology teacher, and he was the track coach, and he coerced me in a sense to join the track team. But he taught me a lot of the things that I apply today. He taught me a lot about teamwork. He taught me a lot about honesty. If you're going to talk behind somebody's back, at least have the ability to come back and tell them specifically. And if I'm going to be a part of something that is jeopardizing somebody else's character, that I'm just a part of the situation as anybody else. And he taught me that without hard work, there would be no success. You can dream and want all you want, but if you don't have hard work, you'll never be good. But he also taught me that you have to visualize a lot of things. You have to plan these out in your head, and you have to close your eyes and see yourself doing it. If you can't see yourself doing it, then maybe it's not something that's in your cards. And so this guy pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. I wasn't a runner, but he would set me up for this amazing mental toughness that ultimately changed my mind to want to join the military, because I felt that I was being let down by my family, and not in a way that they were intentionally doing it, but I needed more. I had amazing friends and I left them to join the military. Fish was never really in my cards. I never understood fish keeping. I kept the little comment and it was meh. And you know, I believe in God. I read the Bible. I read my son the Bible, and that's fine. I don't have to push it on anybody. It's what I believe. It's okay. And yes, he helped me. I remember my dad wrote me something. I was a senior in high school. I was going for the state championship, and I didn't know it was in my jacket pocket. I pulled it out and it said Godspeed. I had no idea what the speed of God meant, and I think for everybody it means something different. But it was always something good because my dad was never emotionally connected. So fast forward, I win state championship, half mile, I go to regionals, I leave prom early. You know, maybe sometimes I let a lot of this stuff go to my head. I didn't know how to handle it. I was immature. I wasn't ready for college. My grades sucked because I was too focused on trying to chase after my mom doing some bad things, which my mom is doing better now, which is phenomenal, because you know, I wanted her always to be a part of, you know, one of my child's life, and now she could be a part of Liam's life. And so I joined the military, and it was the same thing. I was let down. I learned a ton. Got to travel the world, see so many things, listen to so many inspirational people, meet world leaders and our own presidents and diplomatic leaders and people who influenced the world in policy changes and donations and raising money, and watched Congress go through Senate Arms hearing committees, and being a part of something so much bigger than myself. But I was let down. I was let go for no reason. And you don't know what you're trying to do in life. You're just trying to figure out, I'm like, man, this is it. I'm going to be this dude forever. And I meet my wife, who I didn't know was going to be my wife at the time, and she stuck by me through shit. I was a jerk, man. Didn't know what I wanted. I was running back and forth. I was all over the place, and then finally I figured it out, and she stuck with me. We went to Florida, and the job got crazier and busier, and went back to Hawaii, and the job got busier. And, you know, we found out we probably weren't going to have kids, and you know, it's there's a lot of other stuff that happens within there. But before I get right to the fish keeping, I don't know how I got off topic, but who cares? We're going to roll with this. I could have died multiple times. I had been in multiple car accidents that should have been fatal. But each time I felt like, you know, people go through the same stuff, and we all have different thought processes and emotional connections, but my whole thought process was I'm supposed to be doing something bigger. Always something bigger. Always have to think bigger. And remember, if you do the small things correct, you will do the large things correct. So one of the big things that I took from the military was pay attention to detail. Because if you get the details right, the bigger things will fall into place, and you won't have as much mental, you know, weakness to get those things done. And everybody grows in their own way. And one of the things I found out early is the only thing that is not prejudice, or I don't even like the term racist because I think that's a learned behavior, but prejudice, because we're all prejudiced about something. We all like Pepsi over Coke or Coke over Pepsi, whatever. But time is not prejudice. It affects us all the same way. We all have the same amount of time. And I remember listening to Admiral William McRaven, and he said, every day you wake up, make your bed. It's a symbol of completing a task to complete more tasks throughout the day. Always have hope, always have humanity, and you can change the world. Okay, simple enough. Let me go ahead and make that bed. Let me get some hope action, and let me have a little bit of humanity. Then I went through major depression, and I lost myself completely. I mean, tore me up. I don't necessarily think I got to the point where I would commit suicide. I thought about it. I mean, yes, I've thought about it. But I may have been selfish during that time, but I was not that selfish. Because it's not something that would have affected just me. And then I'd go to the VA and I saw psychologists and psychiatrists and medications and chiropractic care and neurologists. And nobody could figure out what was going on. I had a bunch of head trauma, and it was just, it was crazy to think that somebody as strong as I was weaker than I ever could have imagined. I would counsel people and help them and guide them. I used to counsel my wife's sister all the time when she would go through depression, and told her, you're bigger than it, don't let it drag you down, you can't let it get a hold of you, keep rising. But I was always missing something. I had love, I experienced love from Mindy and her family like I'd never experienced love before. I had everything anybody could have wanted, yet I was still in this specific place. And it was to the point where I needed something to be bigger than me again. I needed something that I felt like I was an impactful part of. When I was in the military and I did the job I did, I was very good at it. To the point where maybe I was considered an expert at the job. I would get calls. I don't necessarily think I felt important, but I felt to the point where somebody needed me. And that was a bad place to be in, and I didn't know, because when everything fell out, nobody was there for me. But why not? What did I do? Did I not harbor relationships properly? Did I not understand the way they worked? I thought if we worked together and I did for you and you did for me, and if you were in your lows, I would raise you to your highs, and if I was in my lows, you would raise me to my highs. But you didn't. But every time the clouds cleared, Mindy was always standing there. She didn't have to say anything. She's the reason why I do most of the stuff I do. And I look at some of the things we talk about today, you know, I don't have enough money, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. But you're tweeting it, you're putting it on Facebook. You had enough money to have smartphones. You know, we don't think logically anymore, we think illogically and we think selfishly. So there was some sort of turning point in my brain when I started fish keeping that said, this is it for you. This is your ability to give back in some way, shape, or form, whether it's, you know, using it to motivate somebody or to change somebody's life, or hopes to change somebody's life, or to bring other people together to help change people's life. It's not necessarily about me doing that because I just want to make somebody happy, but not in the sense where I'm thirsty for it. I will always use the resources that I have at my fingertips to change somebody else's life for the better. In any way, shape, or form, whether it's my business, which helped change my life so that my wife and I could have my son, our son. I always say my son, like he's just mine. And then I can utilize the Aquatic Lounge, who you folks so dearly support, to raise money to give back to help research and conservation, to help people that were affected by Harvey, and to help people that will be affected by Irma, which I hope is not as, is not as devastating, because we should have had enough time to plan. And yes, there are people that are not going to make it out because they didn't get to see messages, they didn't pay attention, and they were going through some other storm in their life and they needed help and nobody was there for them. But I will tell you this, no matter what you hear, what comes out of somebody else's mouth, Jay Wilson, Mindy Wilson, and Liam Wilson will always be here to help. Forever. Whether it's on a platform like this or whether it's helping at a soup kitchen on Thanksgiving, we will always be helping, because that's the only way you change the world, right? So fish keeping changed my world, and I figured I can help use fish keeping to change other people's worlds. Northfin USA. Never thought I would own my own business ever. I've done jobs after job after job, and I always had a job before I took the next job. Like, I always had the job before I left the other job. I taught gymnastics, didn't know gymnastics. I did birthday parties on Sunday. I was a waiter at an Italian restaurant. I helped my dad at a sheet metal fabricating plant. I was a protective service agent, a military police officer, a federal police officer. I worked at PetSmart. I mean, I'm missing stuff. I did odd jobs. I worked for Papa John's. No job was ever lower than me, ever. Because it was a sense of something that could provide. You know, I look at guys like H2O Plants, dedicated, live videos, doing his thing out of his basement, still works a full-time job. Folks, if you're going to succeed, you have to work hard. And you'll hear, I got too much on my plate right now. Well, get rid of the shit that's on your plate that you don't really need. Create a smaller circle, a circle you can trust, a circle that lifts you up, and you will go to places that you never thought you would because there were too many people doing this or doing this around you that was never true for their own ulterior motive. But here's the problem. They're toxic. They can go away. And when they do go away, it didn't change anything. Because success and happiness all comes from within. You can get upset. You're not going to always be happy, but you should always be happy when you have the opportunity to. So that's why Northfin USA came about. It was a way to propel. And it worked. We've helped a lot of people. We've donated a lot of money. The YouTube channel has done the same thing. And that's what I'm talking about. It's the ability to use what you do. You could be a mechanic. Maybe a mother of 5 kids comes in and she needed her wiper blades fixed. You knew it. She couldn't afford it, so you replaced them. $12? Just change somebody's life. But it's not about the thank you. It's not about, Jay, thank you so much for shipping that out so fast. Or, Jay, thank you so much for this high quality product. Or, Jay, thank you for helping me yesterday. Or, Mindy, you're amazing. That's not what it's about. It's about knowing that you're impacting other people in a completely different way. That's what I've always wanted to do. So then it kind of unfolds. I'm working with Universal Rocks. I'm in a job, career, hobby, passion that I never thought I would be in. The Dunn family took a chance on me. Mindy took a chance on me. You folks take chances on me. I can't let anybody down. I mean, yeah, you can from time to time, but I don't want to just be something that I'm not. So what I'm about to tell you was always a piece of the end game. Always. I am proud to announce that myself, along with Jake Dunn, Stuart Dunn's son, have officially opened a local fish store here in the DFW area called All Things Aquatic, ATA. It's pretty sick news for me to know that I will not only have an online store, I will have a physical store, I will work for a company that I'm passionate about, and I have the ability to do things that I never thought I would have the capabilities of doing. ATA, Northfin USA, Universal Rocks, publicity chairman for the ACA, and cichlid keeper. Most importantly, I am a father and a husband, but I'm grateful. So the neat part about this store, DFW is a large area. I'm not here to compete with anybody. I'm here to compete with myself. We're going to be better than we were yesterday, and so on. ATA will be designed around fish that folks in the DFW area want but cannot get. we will exclusively carry Southeast cichlids, Cunningham cichlids, and Imperial tropicals to start. All of our fish that come in will be reasonably priced with education, high quality products, and a functional local fish store. Not a cool, pizzazzy, fancy schmancy like, welcome to All Things Aquatic, where we're better than you and we know it. Have a look at our overpriced, over-testosterone fish and our pretty crappy food that will sell at the same price as the expensive food. We're better than Amazon and we don't care about you. Please pay for our overhead. So the idea behind All Things Aquatic, which came from Mindy, ATA, is we have the knowledge base, the service component, the universal rocks component, the manufacturing of tanks component, and the ability to house it all in the same facility. You can come into this facility, get a custom tank that nobody else has ever had but you, with a background that you had been dreaming for, and fish that you didn't want to order offline. That's freaking amazing. But more importantly, I value myself in a sense of you also get the same level of service you have come to expect from Northfin USA. You're going to get even more personably and one-on-one with myself and Jake Dunn within this facility. The DFW area, we are centered. Right now we have quite a few fish. We've got yellowtail ACI from Cunningham cichlids. We've got various Alanacara from Southeast cichlids. We've got a couple of haps from Southeast cichlids. We've got quite a bit of frontosa, and we've got quite a bit of living stonei that we've been breeding out. We currently have 2 full rack systems, 180, 555s, 400 gallons, and the ability to have as many tanks or breeding facilities as we want. The sky's the limit, but we don't want to bite off more than we can chew. So what I highly encourage you to do is tomorrow, at some point after lunchtime, you will notice that there's a brand new Facebook page. Check it out. There'll be pictures of our functional facility. You know, like I said, it's not there to be, you know, smoke and mirrors. We got cool, glittery fake fish and jellyfish bouncing and cool little treasure chests that bubble. No. We've got seated filters for purchase, high quality fish food, which will not just be Northfin, because that would be silly of me to constrict what people would need. Not everybody's gonna like Northfin, but that's what my online business has surrounded, and it will stay that way. But the store will have other various foods, and you will see that if you come in the store. It will not be cross-promoted on Northfin USA. You will not be able to order online. It will all be in store only. We will be open 9 to 5 Monday through Thursday to start. We will then open up as we start to see more traffic. I am also working at the same time, so the level of service will be at a very high level, more than what you'd see anywhere else, but it's going to be tough for me to hang out at the same time until we get everything in a row. It's a phenomenal experience. It's an amazing opportunity. And all because Mindy was willing to take a chance on me to go to Texas to a company that was willing to take a chance on me. I'm not talking about working for a Fortune 500 company. We all can go do that. We all can go apply for that job and sit there and they go, tell us a time that you had to overcome adversity in the customer service aspect. We rehearse that. Tell me a time when you disagreed with a fellow coworker. Oh, that's a good answer. That's a very good answer. And you graduated sum cum laude from your community college. That's amazing. Okay, we've got a degree here. That's good. How would you feel about a high intensity, super energetic, extremely rewarding job? We're going to make you the customer service engineer. How does that sound, huh? $7.85, and you're going to be in charge of all the customer service engineeriums, and you're going to do all of the things that we need in this high energy, highly impactful, and rewarding job. We all can do that. I don't want to do that anymore. I've done that. I want to be different. What is Apple's slogan? Think different. See that? That's what I have to deal with. That's probably Ben's girlfriend, because I don't think Ben would do that. But, folks, the thought process behind this is I am completely ecstatic but stressed at the same time with everything else that's going on. So not only do I have a duty, not in a sense of I got duties I have to take care of. It is an honor, courage, and commitment type thing, just like I had in the military to my family. So not only am I a father and a husband that is trying to move their family to Texas, sell the current house, buy another house, somehow make it least impactful on them, continue to do the things I love because they took the opportunity to let me follow my dreams, and then figure out how to continue to run the online store while still working at a high level because the company that took a chance on you enjoyed your energy and you still have to provide that level of energy, and then open a freaking local fish store called All Things Aquatic and be ready for customers at the drop of a dime and still manage to do those things on top of providing a community outreach for the American Cichlid Association and to you fish keepers and friends. My plate gun runneth over. So it is simply amazing. I'm pumped. I'm excited. And I mean, Xing Shu Sheng Ding Yang Wang La Ling. What, I don't know what that is. Seated filters, genius. Yeah, absolutely. We will have sponge filters readily available for purchase, seated, bagged in water, the same water it comes out of, so that you can get it home and cycle your tank much faster. Why did this show up in my recommended vids? I'm not sure, Manta shoot to, but enjoy it, my friend, because you just came to the party. I will not deliver to Oklahoma. You will deliver yourself to DFW. I'm really excited. Thank you. You see this around us? Armani 5000. That's, that's kind of the thing. We're going to be different. All of our fish will have they'll all have the scientific name, and then right next to it, it'll have kind of that common name, but we will be talking about them in their scientific name. We will not be talking about, I love it when you get in and they're like, yo, welcome to the glamour and glitz of the Shore Jersey Line Fish Fanatic Fin Aquarium Shop. Let me show you this Platinum OB Blueberry Marmalade. This joint is straight, steady flossing. He sits in the trap all day waiting for his new jump. You know what I'm saying? Dude is straight balls. When you get him under the LED lights, he shimmers like no other. Your girl won't even worry about Tiffany's no more because this Platinum OB Blueberry Marmalade is on fire, son. And he's only $89.99. But you gotta get that female with him, son, and it's $92.99. And I'll throw you in this free bag to put him in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it can't be like that. It has to be a place where somebody can go and say, this is the place, clean tanks, quality fish, decent prices. You can't be cheap. Cheap is junk. We have other places for that. We can roll into Dollar General and get cheap stuff. We can roll into, Walmart and get a lot of cheap stuff from there. This is a place where you're getting quality, and you know it because we're there. And I'm not gonna jeopardize anything that I've ever done. So, free shipping over $40, Jay. You take over the game. Jay will ship free anything over $1,000. Except tanks. Tanks are excluded. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be pretty sweet. Seated filters are going to be pretty big. And other people will follow onto this, and that's what I want. I want to change. Not only, they always tell you, I'll leave you with this before we end, because it went a little longer than I thought. I feel like you should be a voice actor instead. H2O plants, that has always been one of those far-off dreams. It would be fun, but I don't want to do it as a full-time job. So, the neat part about this whole thing will be free plus tax. Can I get some of that stuff you're on? I'm on life, honestly. That's cheesy, but sparkling ice Poseidon. You know, the showroom we're working on at Universal Rocks is also going to incorporate a lot of what we're talking about. We're going to have an aquatic lounge built into it so people can come, sit down, enjoy some pretty stellar tanks, enjoy an ambiance of a rainforest-esque place while checking out waterfall features, pool waterfalls, having the ability to check out reptile enclosures and see types of reptiles you can keep in here, and almost be like one of those getaways for the family that doesn't cost a dime. You always want to provide a service to potential customers that show them that you value their time. And if you bring them into something that can change their world or put a smile on their child's face, you can completely change the way they see a business. And Universal Rocks has always been about family first, you know, mission second in the sense of developing a phenomenal product. And I always joke around and I say, you know, it's Australian created, American made. And it's funny because most of the other people that watch my stuff are from Australia. So this whole thing comes full circle. Fish store with a liquor store license. I'm not doing that. My question is, can I get Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish if I visit ATA? Yes, you can. I will have Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish for you. Free delivery to the UK. If your name is UK and you're outside the front door, absolutely. I will not be shipping any of these fish online. If you're looking for something specific in the local area, you can absolutely go to these local fish stores, you know, and you go into the local fish stores, here's the idea that I have behind it. You go into a local fish store, it doesn't matter where it is. They won't tell you most of the time where they got the fish. Most of the time they're all coming from the same place, and in a 3-mile radius, you've got the ability to choose from the same amount of fish, just who is faster in ordering off that list. But I wanted to look at people that I knew that I knew were going to be high quality fish, top level service, and knowing what I'm purchasing, because I don't want to sell something to somebody that I myself would never ever use or be proud of. I'm not going to say Cunningham Cichlids is amazing. The dude's a turd, never ordered from him, won't have fish. That's silly. So when I reached out to Mike Drawdy and Imperial Tropicals, because I have the ability now to have a storefront, I'm able to order from him. Because I've worked a special exclusive deal with Southeast Cichlids, I will be able to get some amazing fish. Amazing fish. And then the ability to be able to reach out to Cunningham Cichlids and get a lot of his tangs and things like that is second to none. And we're going to focus in on cichlids, period. So it doesn't matter what type of cichlid you have or what you're looking for, we can always order it. So don't allow stock levels to deter you from wanting something, because we can get it, and we can get it pretty fast. It'll be open. It's open now. You can come in. It's not 100% finished. We're still doing some minor tweaks. We've got fish shuffling around. But the neat part is having this local fish store, ATA, All Things Aquatic. It will not only be another retailer for North Fin itself, but it will be a place to come in and, like I said, get fantastic fish. You can go to 825 Shepherd Drive, Garland, Texas, 75042. I have no idea how I remembered the address, but that is where you would go. Come in, you'll see a monster 500-gallon tank right in your face, and if you look to the right, you'll see my dumb face sitting in front of 2 tanks, which you will see tomorrow when I do a quick little video. And then Sunday, I'll talk about Cunningham Cichlids order, the whole thing, what the DeMason look like, what the ACI look like, and the amazing ability to show you what we've created in such a short time. It's gonna be so cool. So really neat. Maximus Aquatics, I can order you yellow labs. I'm very happy for you, Jay. Exciting times. Please promote store at my Facebook page. Thanks, Benno Chart. I appreciate it. You're more than welcome to bring your dog in there. I don't know if they're going to like it, but we're not going to sell dogs. It's going to be a local fish store. Antonio Urena, how you doing, my friend? Benny De Jesus, enough oxygen to make the drive to Florida. We will do our best to make sure that your fish are in the utmost health on their drive to Florida. However, we would still recommend you bringing an airstone, etc. with you, just to make it a more enjoyable ride for the fish, especially if something should happen on your route back and you have to detour something of that nature. We would always like to plan for the worst case scenarios, and we'll probably have some battery operated air pumps for sale in there too at a reasonable cost. So anybody that's traveling in through DFW area that wants to bring fish back would be, more than welcome to do so. It's J franchise to SC. We have nothing here. Not going to South Carolina. Battery powered air packs, not air stones. My bad. So folks, ATA is going to be amazing. Northfin USA has been amazing and will continue to be amazing. Nothing will change. Universal Rocks has been a ride. I have seen more backgrounds touch my hands and leave them and go to tanks than I ever thought imaginable. I've seen tanks I never thought I would be privileged enough to stand in front of. I never thought I would have the ability to get my hands dirty helping making something for somebody that was so excited to just talk to me on the phone about fish, and then being able to get them the product they want. That is the main reason for this. It is more connection with more people I enjoy talking to and not turds. That is the big thing. So folks, thank you. Thank you for the support, for the gratitude, for the laughs, for the thank yous, for lifting me up in some pretty crappy times. But more importantly, thank you for just being you. Honestly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, legitimate, each and every one of you are my friend. In some way, shape, or form. So, again, check out ATA DFW 825 Shepherd Drive. It's in Universal Rocks. Google Universal Rocks and drive your happy fins down there. Check out some cool stuff. Do some coolness with me. We can do some videos, shoot some pics, do the Insta flicks, the book face, the mygram, maybe do a little snap book, whatever you want to do, we can do. But more importantly, high quality fish, Northfin USA online. We will start bringing Northfin USA down here eventually. So we will carry the same amount of stock within our store and online at Northfin USA. And we will take over the world. Stimpy, you idiot. We must take over the world. So, I'm super pumped. If you're in Texas, swing by. Tactical vlogs with Deadpool, which, mind you, my son was named after Deadpool, Wade Wilson. And again, those in Florida, please stay safe. It's awesome. I'm going to give a special shout out. Special shout out to the 3 people that disliked the video. Here's why. Haters, whatever. That's whatever. You can talk about that all you want. It takes more energy for your turdness to show up on somebody's feed, video, Facebook, whatever, and go, I just don't like this guy. Dislike. You haven't done anything. You've made yourself feel worse. Internally, we are laughing at you. So you look even more unintelligent because you hit keep hitting it. But if you want something to change and you don't like something, you must do one thing. You must tell them what you don't like for them to fix it. Right? It's kind of how it goes. Good people will change for it. Bad people will not. Good companies will make the changes. Bad people will not. Bad companies will not. Constructive criticism helps grow businesses, people, relationships, international relationships, but sometimes people that are just weird, evil, silly turds, you can't help them. They've hit an all-time low. So, that's it. ATA, the Aquatic Lounge, ACA, the Aquatic Experience, OCA, Cunningham Cichlids, Imperial Tropicals, H2O Plants, Southeast Cichlids, Universal Rocks, A-Round Nature. I think I got it all. Check us out, ATA, on Facebook. We will not have a website. You'll see it pop up. I'll share it. I thank you in advance for liking it and sharing it. You know what's next. and it's going to take me a while to get to the phone to shut it off. So, can I get a holla? And here we go, that weird 10-15 seconds delay where it takes me to get over here and go ahead and hit the finish. Goodbye.